Yo, how you doing? Nate Raymond. And I want to talk to you about psychopaths. And most people don't really know what that word means. But what I want to offer is a remedy, okay? There are some bad psychopaths, but I think what we're talking about when we say psychopaths is, okay, how I see it is disconnected, all right? And disconnected is how people, I notice, it's like, right, we as people, we have capable of making connections to each other, right? But of course, right, we're very defensive about who we connect to, and some people are not worthy of it, right? But when we talk about connection, I talk about also in a way where it's personal, but it can be something that can also be like business too, because you're connecting to me through your personal brand. And we're using this in this online marketing information connection. And through our information, we're going to offer a version of digital transformation. And that means that then you'll have a way to use your information to have this online marketing robot. And it pays you, it gets you customers, and people, when you get them as customers, right, they also have a schedule where they book a time that's available, so it makes your schedule. And then that takes so much of your attention away from, like, those stresses that would be associated with that. And see, it's not just enough to have the technology, right? This technology, you can try it for 2 weeks, and I've got an offer for try it for a month for free. But before that, we gotta make sure we don't start your free trial until you're 100% clear about what kind of campaign you're gonna run. It could be anything. You could be selling all these choices. But look, I'm telling you, I made it easy where whoever you are, right, who you are, what you do, the information you have, that's all you need for you to be able to be an ambassador with me. It's not about what you know. See, we have this understanding that we're freelancers, right? But the information that we have in our group, right, that's the value that people who are outside our group would connect to us for, okay? And so that's how anybody we meet who's not already a part of our group, right, we can have exactly the value they need, because anybody can use information. But first you have to find out about the person, or the person themselves. Information is the thing that when you find out your interests, your skills, your dream, okay, that's like your personal brand right there, this information, right? See, that's easy information, right? And then you have your schedule, and then you also have your city, right? What city you are. Now, when you say your city, it's not just, okay, your city and we're over and done with it. Your city, there are 12 categories of business that exist. And look, this is a model that you're creating, but it's based on my model. See, I already have this model that if you see my model, you'll know how to make your model, okay? And your model is based on the model that I developed in Japan, because look, this is what you got to understand, is that I'm offering a value in Japan, definitely. But you yourself have a value that can be there for Japan. So I want to connect in a win-win relationship. So first, actually, we're connecting for free, right? So you're not used to that. You think that that's going to be a bad thing, right? But see, we're just being friends, and we're just sharing a conversation. See, we're not overthinking it. We're sharing a conversation, but these are pointed conversations, and these conversations become consulting sessions where by the end of it, you've got your session and you know exactly what you're going to be offering when you start your ClickFunnels campaign. So, hey, that's what I'm really saying, is that, look, if you had all the information that you needed. You could run your online marketing campaign, but you're not going to have it all by yourself. You need to have it in collaboration with me, because what we're doing is called a smart contract, right? And a smart contract is made when two people or a party, they're putting their, all their contributions to it. So when it comes to you and me are going to have our own separate smart contract where it's your and I agreement. And from the parameters that I'm going to outline, you're going to have your choice of where you're going to fall in between these possibilities and categories and sections, because I developed it like training. See, each level of the category is going to be your class, but you're not, it's an information exchange. You're going there like a reporter, right? Like a travel writer, like what you really are is you're an online marketing campaign, right? Because when you're involved with me, you're going to become a personal brand, but you're also going to be a local ambassador. Your personal brand is going to be based on the work you do as a local ambassador, but you're going to do this ambassadorship by starting an online marketing robot. So look, it's going to be awesome, because you got to know who I am, right? I'm Nate Raymond. I'm from New York, but I came to Japan. But I noticed, right, that there's some people, right? There's something I was escaping why I came to Japan. See, that's another big thing. If I never went to Japan, and if I would have stayed in America, I would have not been able to be my true self. Because if you never get to travel from the place that you grew up, then you never get to, what we call deprogram, right? Because you need isolation, a healthy amount of isolation. And some people, right? So we get into this, way of looking at people in society and not understanding each other and fighting. But you see, this doesn't happen in a company. See, in a company, we're going to develop something, and it's tied to our finances. See, so it's like, but we're freelance, so we're fighting to connect with people instead of fighting to not connect to people, like fighting for the identity, avoiding connecting with people because you're so defensive about who you could connect to. But when it comes to me, this is just going to be this connection that we have. And look, your personal brand you develop in a different city than mine, you can go and do this to all the people that are in there in your 12 categories, and you're going to copy your personal brand onto them and help them develop their personal brand. So you will be the blueprint of your smart city. So that's what I'm saying, is like, we can have our smart contract system. These are the same smart contract systems that are running Bitcoin. But people don't understand Bitcoin mining process, and we have to be prepared for also, like, what if the electricity goes out? Bitcoin, mining uses a lot of... So, look, we're using our personal brand as the information of our coins, and when people collaborate, they make blocks on the chain, which increases the value of our coins. So we're going to have you introducing in your town a local currency that's only used in your currency, but you can offer it, and people can volunteer and get points, and we can convert these into the currency. So we're going to have a local volunteering system where people can be ambassadors in this exchange, and you can be the first one in your city to get things started. And I'm so excited that we're going to bring this to you, because I'm going to be the best English teacher in Japan, because I'm offering this the situation that, people are going to have productive conversations, and it's not happening in Japan. If you know anything about English conversation industry in Japan, it's a billion-dollar industry. Nobody can still speak English because we're lacking. We're just judging things with our eyes, and we're not seeing things beyond our eyes, right? Because actually, our eyes do not perceive vibration. And so vibration is something your heart feels, though, see? And when it comes to the feelings of the heart, usually people don't have practical terms in talking about this, but that's why I do. I finally have something that's in practical terms. This is going to be the thing that introducing into a community is the force to make a community in harmony. And that's why we're launching our information exchange, Japan English Exchange. If you're hearing this, you can get down with me. Let's create a smart contract. Based on that, you'll be able to launch your business through our apps, through your ClickFunnels campaign. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way, because I want to make you great, because I'm in it with you from the inception until execution every time. And after it's me, you're going to be somebody that you never would have met otherwise. But with me, you're going to be able to meet them. And when you meet them, you're going to be ready, so that your conversations are going to be effortless and seamless and no resistance. So you got to get with me first, just in development of how we're going to take advantage of these local business and tools and all the things you need so you could be a freelancer. And I'm serious about this. And Nate Raymond in Japan, the land of companies, where how do they become the land of companies? How are they number 3 economy in the world? We have to understand that this cooperation between people, and we're a dojo company. You being the sensei, I'm going to make you a sensei. I'll be the sensei. But the sensei is always learning from people. So that's the thing, is like, we're a beautiful contradiction, which is what Japan is. And this is the real Japan. This is, once you connect to me and get this Japan training, you're going to be able to go anywhere in Japan when the time's right. And by the way things looks, we don't want to fly commercial is what I'm saying. We want private jets, but we could really get to that level, because that's why I'm talking about Japan. Like, if you could think of the best version of what you'd want to connect to, but we're going to engineer it, because actually we do have a lot of power, but Japanese people themselves, they're bound by a lot of rules. But when they make the right connections to the right foreign person, then that really opens doors for them, and that's really what they need. So I need you, but I need you also to partake with me in getting the value of Japan, and that starts by making a friend, and I'm your friend. I really am your friend, and you have to deprogram and actually just let's be friends on the basis of our friendship alone. I deserve some attention because I can make you money. I mean, it doesn't happen right away, and it's hard work, but it feels great. I feel great. I feel connected, and I want you to feel connected too. And we live in a world with people who are disconnected, right? And so we have to be disconnected like them, because we're blending into them. But when you travel and you have your mind elsewhere, so look, with me from home, from your computer, you can travel to Japan with me through my virtual tour. I'm going to take you to the 12 categories of my city so that you can see what it's like to be at a Japanese company, and you'll learn Japanese culture in that way. And then you're going to prepare yourself mentally for how you're going to eventually come to Japan. But what you're also going to do is you're going to have your insight in English about what you're observing, and conversations kind of built on that. And this becomes in itself this beginning of a relationship, actually, because it's just, we're sharing ideas. So that's what the Japan English Exchange, your information is the price of admission. But our information is what we use then to make money. So that's why we're health, wealth, and relationships all rolled into one, and it's got to be a holistic solution. That's what Japanese people need. I can be the greatest English teacher that was ever in Japan, but you can help me make that happen. And the more successful I am is the more successful you'll be, because you could be using my introduction to making your millions, and then that's going to be something that, trust me, we help each other, and I've been thinking about it. Call me crazy, but look, we need to see the positive ways that I'm crazy so you can enjoy, and I'm not lazy, and I'll show you how. You don't want to do something if it's useless, but everything has meaning if we set things up in the right way, and I want this for you, and this is a connected life worth living. And I'll always push you, I'll always encourage you. So even if I'm crazy, I'm an encouraging crazy. So you got to value that rather than not being your controlled life. You got to control everything, because if that's how you are, and if things are not controlled, you got to get over that kind of stuff. Not worth it. Not worth it. So let's connect. This is Nate Raymond, a new way for the Japan English Exchange. Be an ambassador through your personal brand. Our conversations are going to be the things you use for your ClickFunnels campaign, and then you're going to get people in your direction, and you just introduce them to me, and you're going to do nothing. You're going to learn, though, how to do things. We'll talk more. Peace.